This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I'm tired, but I'm here. I hope everyone's good. Do you guys want to do introductions today, or do you want to skip it? How do you guys feel today? Everyone knows everybody here. Really,
I
does anyone?
don't know. I don't know Lena. I don't think I've met
Oh,
Lena.
I apologize. All right, let's do introductions. Yes, you haven't been on. Lena joined us for a little while there, and then she was busy, and now she's back today. So yeah, let's do introductions. Okay, my name's Kim. I live in Iowa, currently on Ocrevus, diagnosed in 2012, and currently on. I already said that. Ocrevus, diagnosed 2012. Relapsing remitting was the thing. Okay. Alyssa, start us out. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need any time today.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis in 2000. Um, I I live in Los Angeles, California, which is right next to Lena in Encino. And I'm on Mavenclad. And I don't know of anything that I need to talk about, but I always talk.
Okay. Thanks for being here today. And Lena, welcome back. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time today.
Sure. My name is Lena. I was diagnosed in 1998 with RRMS, and I have one son, and he's in Miami in college. And I just got a puppy like 2 weeks ago, so it keeps me very busy. And yeah, I'm on Ocrevus, and it's interesting. Yesterday is my first full dose infusion, so I'm kind of tired, but and nauseous, nauseous. Can you remind me when you guys talk what the name of that prescription is for the nauseous nausea?
Yeah, I'll
Like,
type it in the chat for you.
okay, good.
It's called Zofran. The generic name is ondansetron.
Okay,
And they make it as both a tablet and an oral disintegrating tablet. The oral disintegrating tablet's nice because you're not going to barf it back up.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's no guarantee about anything.
Well, you just put it like on your tongue or under your tongue, and it just dissolves, so you don't have
I'll,
to swallow it.
okay, good. All right, well, I'll look into it. I'll talk to my neurologist about that medication.
Yeah, I put it in the chat for you. Another good one that's over the counter that's great for nausea is meclizine, and that's if you go. Have you heard of the Dramamine that you use for travel?
Yep,
The less drowsy version of Dramamine is meclizine.
meclizine. Got it. Okay,
Meclizine.
cool.
I put that in the chat there too.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's about it. I live in LA, of course, and here I am after some time, but I'm back. So
Yay!
Woo!
Do you need time today?
I don't know.
Thank you. Okay, Luis, welcome and introduce yourself. Let us know if you need time today.
John did write that he wanted to introduce himself. Did you want to go now, John, or no?
No, Louise, do your thing.
Okay. Well, I'm Louise, and I live in Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, Canada, and I was diagnosed with MS 34 years ago, maybe. And I take baclofen for spasticity. And I don't know if I need time, if I might, I don't know. I don't want to commit myself.
It's okay. It's
I have
okay.
a quick question for Luis. How many times a day do you take baclofen?
I take baclofen 3 times a day, and the 10 milligrams,
Okay.
morning, afternoon, and night. And I thought of stopping taking it, but it's just too much work, and I don't know. I don't know why I was even thinking of doing that. But anyway, I really appreciate it. It really helps me a lot.
I also take Ampura
Mhm.
for walking. I don't know if that helped my 7 seconds. For me, maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but I take it twice a day. And
When did you start taking it, Lena?
I think I would say August.
I don't know. Like I can tell when I miss a dose because I missed 2 doses and I wasn't able to get out of bed. So I know when I'm not taking it
I see.
rather than when I am taking it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can always stop it and see how you feel. I mean, sometimes you don't know what a drug is doing until you stop it and you're like, oh,
Maybe I did it.
I was having this side effect, or I'm
Right.
not doing as well in X, Y, and Z. So that's a good question though. Is it your insurance cover that okay, Lena?
100%.
Oh,
I take
awesome
the
to hear.
Kimsent and the Impura, both 100%.
Awesome. I know the Mark Cuban website pharmacy, they cover the generic Ampera, which is super cheap because I know some people have had problems with that
Oh,
with their insurance. So I'm glad you're not having issues with your insurance. So
knock on wood, I'm good.
okay. And now, last but not least, welcome, John. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time today.
Hi, I'm John from Mid Michigan. I was diagnosed in 2016. I'm currently on Zeposia, and all that kind of stuff. And do I need time to talk? Yeah. But am I gonna talk? No. I'm gonna type something to the side, okay? When I have time, I'm gonna type something to the side. Thank you.
Okay. All right, John. Come in and out whenever you're able to.
Louise,
sure.
I got a question for you.
Yes?
You only take baclofen? You don't take any other disease modifying medication?
No, I don't. Like I'm 75 and I think I'm just too old for medication, but I don't think I really need anything else. I do take diazepam when my nervous system goes, you know, up too high, and so diazepam kind of brings it back to normal. I don't take a lot of diazepam because I really don't like it. If I take it and I don't need it, it's just I get tired, I feel sick, and but anyway, I don't take it often, but that's all I take. Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
See, when I was diagnosed like 34 years ago, there was no medication at all.
Yeah.
It was just A, B, C. Avonex, Betaseron, and Copaxone.
I'm
Got
sorry.
Rebif.
I don't understand what you're saying.
There were 3 medications. My father was diagnosed in 1995,
Yeah.
and there were 3 choices: Avonex, Betaseron, and Copaxone. The ABC drugs. That was all there was.
I see. I wasn't even aware of that, but I was also diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia. So I was diagnosed with that and MS. And trigeminal neuralgia is extremely painful.
You
And
saw my face. I was like, huh?
you know what it is, right? It's
No.
No.
It's one of your nerves in like your face and it might be part of your neck that becomes inflamed.
Oh.
and it hurts. It's I don't know. Some people talk about it as the worst pain. And so why am I saying this? I've lost my train of thought. But I guess when I was first diagnosed with MS and trigeminal, I didn't know what was causing the problem. And so I was taking medication for the trigeminal. I was taking, I can't remember right now. So I've lost my train of thought. I don't know why I'm talking about this. What was I saying?
Well, we were originally talking about your medications and what you weren't and were not taking, and you were talking about how with MS diagnosis and you had trigeminal neuralgia, so you had a hard time deciding which was what was causing what.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
was following what you were saying.
And yeah, so I'm not taking medication. I think because I really don't need any extra medication, and I'm also 75, so
Well, you don't look 75, so that's why when you say that, I'm like, huh?
Well, I feel it.
You don't look it. You look great.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Tina. Welcome. I think it's been a little while since we've seen you.
It has. It has. I'm finally back.
Good to see you. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself? And did you need time today?
Sure. My name is Tina Suggs. I'm from Florence, South Carolina, and I've had MS since 2021, and it has turned into primary progressive in the last year.
Are you taking anything for treatment or?
Oh yeah, I get Rituxan infusions every 3 months.
Okay. Did
Continue.
you need any time today?
Ma'am?
Did you need any time today, Tina?
No.
Okay.
Quiet group today.
I think we're all just getting ready for the holidays and the the big push. I mean, my mom had her surgery yesterday, so I had to leave my house by 6:15 to pick her up to be there ready for 7 a.m. and then go across the street for the actual surgery. So that was a long day.
John did say that he needed time.
Right. He was going to put stuff in the chat box when he felt
when
like
he felt
wanted.
ready for it. Okay.
So I've got a question for everybody to get you going, because you guys are a bunch.
I just don't want to
bunch
take up anyone else's time with my stuff. That's all I'm saying.
You're not taking up
John,
anybody's guns, John.
That's why we're here, John. That's exactly why we're here. So look, I'm going to throw out something for you all. And John, when you're ready, jump in, because we're all here to try and help you, especially if you're having a tough time today. That's exactly why we're here.
Okay,
but my
John.
question for now or later is, how does MS oblige you to modify your holidays and your holiday celebrations?
My short answer is I have boundaries. I don't do everything, and I keep it very low key, and that's what works well for me. I remember a couple of years ago, because my mom's really big about Christmas breakfast. She's like, "Oh, you guys can come over Christmas Eve." And I'm like, "No. You get Christmas Eve, or you get Christmas morning. You don't get both. I can't do both. Which one do you want?" She's like, "Christmas morning." I'm like, "Okay, that's what we'll do." But I had to be like, "No, it's not that I don't want to spend time with you. I just can't handle it." So, and in my Christmas decorations, I'm at my parents' house. This is not mine. I just do one little decoration, Alaskan nativity scene that I absolutely love. And that's all I do. It's 5 minutes to put up, 5 minutes to take down, easy peasy. That keeps me very low stress for me. So, and it's perfect amount of Christmas decoration for me. So, and then I've learned that seeing people, especially in the pharmacy for December, people have really hard time in December. Like people, and a lot of people feel like they have to do everything and squish it into that month. So it's just like, why do you have to have family photos December? Can't you do that another time of the year? You know, why does it have to be December? Like, so just trying to get people, but no, I just keep it low key, and I don't make a big deal about things anymore.
Hi,
Andrea, welcome. You want to introduce yourself, Andrea?
Yes, hi, my name is Andrea. I live on the North Carolina Outer Banks. I was diagnosed with MS in 2012. I am currently on Ocrevus.
Okay. Did you need any time today?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, John has some things we need to kind of be there for John today. He's having a really rough time. I'm going to read what he wrote, because you can't see it because you just came into the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and read what he wrote. And then John can talk about it. He says, MS-related emotional dysregulation may have claimed another marriage. It was brought up after couples therapy. So now I'm completely deregulated. I have headphones on, so feel free to discuss. I am listening. So she asked for a divorce. And I think, it's really heartbreaking to hear that on a multitude of levels. I know for myself, and this is just a small section about emotional issues, just a small, tiny of the spectrum of things. But I know, like, one of the things with me for MS, one of the hard things I had to deal with is when I have extreme emotions, I can't hold them back anymore. And so I'm crying in front of people and and it's really hard to hold back. And I can't even, like, when I do, when I read stories in a writing group that are personal, I read them out loud, but I'm breaking down when I'm reading it because my emotions are so strong and it's really hard. And so I understand a portion of that where you have a hard time being able to maybe hold things back, or where you don't feel like you have a control over your emotions, I guess. And like I said, this is just about a big spectrum of things, just one little tiny piece. So when did she bring this up to you, John? Like, was this like yesterday, a week, or most sessions end up being about how I'm negatively affecting Melissa? Oh, this is not even an hour ago. Okay, so you're just really dealing with all the emotional. Okay. And then did she say divorce to you before, or is this the first time she's brought it up? First time. Yeah, that's gonna hit you like nothing else. That's gonna be really, really tough. I'm so sorry, John.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, John. Especially if you just heard that 45 minutes ago.
How long have you guys been together?
Uh,
Okay, so she was out of town to go to her grandma's funeral last weekend. You were allowed to go because you're saying that you were burdened 11 years.
This may be because of the other stuff, like the fact that she just dealt with the loss. So this could be a reaction to that. What are they doing next door? Sorry.
Grief does do weird
grief
things.
does weird things. Yeah.
Grief does do weird things.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can say is really that there's stages of grief, and depending on where she is, like, and I know it hurts.
I'm just wondering, John, if you're not going through some grief right now yourself. Or maybe it's just you're shocked right now, surprised. It makes me want to take the stairs. I didn't understand that.
What? Oh, to be honest.
He's in the wheelchair.
You want you're this is bad.
Yeah.
You want to take the stairs in the wheelchair.
Yeah. So are you having suicidal thoughts, John?
That's a really tough question.
Okay. Well, but you understand that if you do start having suicidal thoughts, you need to seek help immediately. but I'm glad to hear you're not having suicidal thoughts. Okay. And you can always reach out to any of us at any time that you need someone to talk or listen to you. Because I mean, I know with MS for me, it feels really scary to navigate it on my own. And I mean, there's just so many factors. I mean, you're not talking about just your amazing, having your relationship potentially ending, but just everything about how your life is set up. And it's just, that's a lot. When are you seeing your therapist next by yourself? Friday? Okay. Did you give him I guess you probably haven't given him a heads up yet. Um, you haven't been able to reach out to, oh, you did. Okay, good. I'm glad you reached out to them. We text like buddies. Aw, that's great. I'm so glad you have a therapist that you really like and trust.
I'm glad you're here, John.
Is your mind going like a million miles an hour right now? Yeah, ludicrous speed.
I'm putting myself in your situation, and I think what I would be feeling is extreme fear. I'm not, that's me, maybe it's just my projection on your situation right now. I even feel the fear just hearing your story. Where will I live? How will I pay for it?
These are really, really good questions, John.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tough to have to separate from your animals.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of places don't allow animals. Yeah. There's a part of me, John, that I just feel like you're gonna get it figured out and it's gonna work out at the end, but it's gonna be super sucky for a while. And I'm so sorry you have to go through that super sucky part.
Uh,
Yeah, roommates can be good and bad. It is a lot.
I'm just wondering, like John, what I'm hearing you type is really talking through fear, and I'm just wondering what would be the first thing right now without going into the future, like how do you feel right now in this moment? That's difficult. Yeah. I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm frustrated. Yeah. Boy, I get that. I really get it, John.
Do you want to try to talk to us? You think you can, so we can hear your voice? Okay.
And I'll even do this.
You get on camera?
Oh, it says my camera's not working. Well, of course it's not. You know why? This fucking technology. Ugh. Anyways, my camera's not hooked up, but here I am. Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Sorry
John.
if I break your headphones with nose blowing.
That's totally cool, John. We got this.
One of my therapists had like, I don't want to say mint flavored, but they're eucalyptus like scented tissues. And
I
oh my
have
god,
those.
dude, they will clean you out.
Uh-huh.
Good to know.
Like the first time I tried one, I was like, ooh, nice. Yeah, so hi.
Hi, John.
Hi.
I miss you all.
I
Yeah.
miss you too. I'm so glad you're here. I know it was probably really hard to come today.
It's the only place I wanted to go.
Came in the right
Because
place,
I know that
John.
this place is really safe for me.
Good.
And all
Good.
this can go on AnCan. I don't care. Whatever.
You know, I think it's important for people to see the highs and the lows. I mean, Andrea, we had a walk with her sometime earlier this year. I think
Yeah.
this is fine. I think it's good to see how we can. I mean, I wish I could wave a magic wand and make it go all away, and I don't
Right.
have that ability. But
I try.
I just, yeah, I just want to affirm for you, John, that because you're like all of us here in the room with MS, you have learned some amazing skills, and
Yeah.
you are incredibly resilient, and you are
But I
used to
don't want to be
dealing.
anymore. I don't want to be
I
anymore. I'm fucking tired of
know.
that.
I
Sorry for my
know.
language and my shouting, but I'm fucking tired of being resilient. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being an inspiration. When can I just be me?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's very frustrating. Incredibly frustrating.
When is that supposed to happen? I'm John. I have MS. I'm in a wheelchair. No, I'm not
Hmm.
just John. I'm John that has MS that uses the wheelchair. If anyone talks about me like, oh, like at the shop, like, yeah, you know, John, shoes, the guy that uses the wheelchair. Oh, the wheelchair guy. So I mean, yeah, it's an easy way to identify me, but I'm sick of trying to be resilient and strong. I feel so. I'm just. Oh, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, I have severe emotional dysregulation because of MS, and it's been coming out in really, really negative ways. And today, after couples therapy, where our couple said that our therapist doesn't know how to really treat us, and she said that Melissa continued to grow, and then she said to me, John, continue with your help. Um, really saying to me in my brain that I haven't grown, um, but that's just emotions and thoughts, and those don't count because I've been told it's not the emotion, it's how you react to the emotion. And my reaction to the emotion is I want to take like something breakable but put back apartable and just like swing it at a steel pole. You know, just get frustrated out that way.
You like jigsaw puzzles?
I I would, but the table that I have is round. I can't pull up in my
How about Legos?
wheelchair.
Yeah, you could chuck
Well,
those, and those would be safe.
oh, okay, so okay,
I'm just trying to think
I,
of something that you can
I
put together and then destroy,
Alyssa,
but not like, have glass shatter, like Legos, puzzle
uh,
pieces.
Alyssa, I
Yes.
spent way too much time putting together this Fortnite battle bus. to fucking destroy and put it back together.
I'm not saying that. Get like a little small Lego that you can use, put it together, and then break it.
Do you
I might.
have a really old electronic you don't use anymore that you could destroy?
Um. Ooh.
Go Office Space on it, you know?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Exactly. Something that is not like not your current cell phone. We're talking about something old that you don't
Yeah.
use anymore and don't care about.
Okay, so when I got to grad school, do you know those like sock organizers for drawers? You know,
Yeah.
like they clip together. It was in my apartment when I moved in. I didn't know what it was, so I just started breaking it, like out of anger, just like I'm gonna chuck this at the cement wall. I can put it back together. That was nice. I think I should just get some kind of ooh, here is a positive way. Uh, I hate MS. All sing along. Play my little drum here.
And don't you have that different kinds of hand putty stuff we talked about
Are
months
we gonna?
ago, the different strengths?
So can we call that anger putty now?
You can do whatever you want to it. You can squish it, you can destroy it all you want. You know, it's just putty.
For those of us that are my age, hey, yeah, I'll go outside and burn it. Yeah, Kimsent, go ahead.
Okay,
I got
Beavis.
there.
And that's also another thing you can do, you know, write out your feelings and then light it on fire in a safe way. Safe way. Keyword.
Ooh,
But I think it's important, John. I think you're doing a great job of like being able to get your emotions out versus just shoving them down. So I commend you for that. That's really that's
yeah,
that's step one.
but how I'm reacting makes other people in my house upset because I'm very loud about it. So I need to regulate that so it's not upsetting.
Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, John.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Just be,
Maybe
Oh,
yeah.
oh, no. I did not put that pressure on myself. I was told weeks after weeks.
You don't put pressure on yourself?
Yeah,
Is that what?
yeah.
Well, I'm hearing right now you're putting pressure on yourself. You're worried about how people are going to respond to you.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's how I was told in therapy. Like, think about your emotion and how you're going to express it. Now, by the way, this lady is not our counselor for now anymore. Because, and I'm gonna say this, and I fucking hate to say this, therapists have masters, psychiatrists have PhDs. A psychiatrist is so much better at helping me than the couples therapy is, if that makes any sense.
There's a difference between a psychiatrist because they can give you medicine.
Mine cannot. Mine is the kind that doesn't give medicine.
Oh,
But he talks to my doctor, and they talk about medicine up for me.
okay.
Yeah, my doctoral team is very, very close. But what I'm trying to say is that um, even like at the end of our session today, she said that, well, I've tried this type of therapy, and I've tried that type of therapy. And I wanted to be like, listen, all the stuff that you studied in grad school is great, and you know all these methods, but stop relying on methodology when you have someone that's like outside of that methodology by fucking miles, you know? Where my psychiatrist, my Jim, um, he understands more and like can actually get into deeper things without going back to like, hey, I'm going to send you this PDF between weeks. I want you to read it. And one was the iceberg with the boat. Like, thank you for that handout I've seen since kindergarten. You know. So all that I was getting out of it was that And this will be refuted by whoever, but I felt attacked pretty much every session. And the second that I asked her to say that my gym wants me to file a release of information so that she can know more from Jim, she perked right up and started treating things different. Alyssa, your face is telling me something.
What?
I don't know what it is. More just like
Listening.
yeah. So that's
Because
what
I
it
went
is.
to school to be a therapist. And I know that, like, with a master's, and not even just with a master's, but therapists in general are not supposed to tell you what to do. They're supposed to give you the tools to fix things. So if a therapist is going to tell you what to do, they're not a good therapist.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the look that I was giving.
That was the look that I was feeling that you were giving. And as always, we're eye to eye.
We are.
Yeah.
You are my Padua.
Sorry, say that again?
You are my Padua.
Oh, yes.
Star Wars reference for the other people.
Yeah, yeah. Alyssa, I might be getting a haircut. Should I leave the braid in the back?
Wait,
Or
what?
the Padawan? Padawans have like the really silly braids.
Yeah, go ahead. I think that'd be
Okay.
fun.
That brings up something completely different. And you know how my mind goes. I need to chase this down and say this to get out of my system. Is this okay? To switch the topic really quick. As some of you know, I did outreach for Bristol Myers Squibb to talk about the drug Symposium. And they would pay me money of like $100 an hour. And that's good money. Do I object to how big pharma is in this country? Oh my god, so fucking much. But am I going to make money off of them? Yeah, that too. Um, so they wanted to fly me to New Jersey, but I haven't flown in a wheelchair, so it was just. So this week I'm recording like some things for that, and that will be fun because that'll give me a little bit of extra Christmas money. Because Melissa wants a Steam Deck, and I want to be able to give that money towards that. You know. So after 3 years of them not contacting me about anything, they came on hard with like, "We want you back. We need this. We need this. We need this." I'll do what I can when I can. But the discussion of not being able to fly or go, Melissa had a lot to offer in that, whereas she could not take a day off of class because she took a day off of class to go to St. Louis. And then also that she's going to have to be pushing me the entire trip and doing everything because whatever reason. But it just felt shitty to bring up my disability further. I'll start driving even my power chair 4 miles an hour. I'll be there by December. I don't know which December, but you know. Guys, I'm really fucking sad.
That's very normal to feel that way. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. I mean,
I'm feeling sad because it feels like it's all of my fault.
no, it's not all your fault.
Because how I am with MS, I'm not allowing Melissa to be her own person. And that me saying that I would love to get away for a night, but I can't because Melissa wants to do it once a month, and that turned into an argument about her saying, "Well, you get 10 hours a week at the shop. Can't I have 10 hours a week somewhere?" So yeah, that was cool.
So how do you feel about that?
What reason is there anymore? I've ruined something that I love. You know, I've ruined a person that I loved. Um, I've disappointed my choices that I make because of through friends, through family. Um, my dad came to visit, and he had to sneak away so my mom wouldn't know that he was coming to visit. Okay, so how fucking toxic is that? That I grew up in that. That my dad has to sneak away to visit the one son he hasn't estranged yet because of her. Actually, she's right there. My mom is fucking terrible. Terrible person. And so I really don't know how to be married because it's all about like anger and yelling, you know? But they're still married for some reason. I don't get that. I'll talk about that Friday with you.
So the things that Melissa brought up that she was unhappy with, do you feel like they're things that you have an ability to modify or something you can't modify at all?
Both. You know, honestly, there's like here and there, but I do think I'm doing the best that I can, and she says that I'm doing the best that I can, but the best that I can is not good enough because I forgot something or something else, and she feels the same way that she can't do good enough for my whatever.
I don't know, like, if this is
So
something where two people still want to be together and they feel like they can't because of certain things, or if these people, that you two don't feel like that you're not compatible, like that's not gonna work because of XYZ.
I'm not quite sure that's okay because I'd love to keep being married to her.
Right, but I want you to be, I want you to be your authentic self. I don't want you to change to not be someone who you are to fit her needs, but if you can compromise and you have the give and take, so you know
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about. I'm
yeah.
messing
No,
it up,
no,
but you know what I'm
no.
talking about.
Kim, I understand exactly what you're talking about, and yes, we're doing that, agreeing on that sort of thing. I'm sorry for the message in the side chat. It was just popped in my mind. I'm sorry. That was a lot of
No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
sorry.
with that, John. I'm glad you feel comfortable talking about this here because
I'm just trying to be my real self,
yeah, just it's
and I feel
and
like
it
I
can be
can't be
You can be
because
your
myself.
your-
I'm sorry, Leslie. Go ahead.
you can
May I
be
say something?
Oh gosh, Tina. Hello. Hi, Tina.
Hi, I'm sorry you're going through this.
Thank you.
But when you get married, it's for better or for worse. Sickness and health.
Yep.
Now, now, if you are doing the best you can do, then this is her problem. You can't change her or her reaction. You can only be responsible for yourself. So don't be down, and as they were saying, don't change if it's not who you are, but you can only do what you can do. That's all.
Tina, I really, really appreciate you. I really, really do.
You're welcome.
It's always nice to see someone uh, and have them bring up stuff to me. Thank you. It's really nice. Um, the way that she was raised was without conflict. It's better to walk away and shove it down in, and then just let it be there. Forget about it. I, on the other hand, am the opposite. I'm an emotional person. I have a lot of emotions. My emotions are complex, just like everyone else's. Everyone's emotions and thoughts are complex and weird. But yeah, oh, Tina, I am trying to do my best. I am. I really am. But the therapist was like, honestly, like, well, John, you need to do better at your emotional regulation. And so my camera doesn't work, but you can imagine which fingers I'm holding up when I say on that. Okay, right? Fair.
Right.
So, am I glad that we're not going to do couples therapy for a while? Yes. Because after every session, I left sad or mad. Every single session. Unheard, unactualized. Um, yeah. And although it was said that it's not that, but I really felt attacked in them for a lot of the time. Uh, and please, please, please forgive me. But I think she had a disability bias because she doesn't quite understand what MS is. And on top of that, she had a bias towards Melissa because she is the caregiver. So I don't think I got a fair shake this time.
Would you guys be up to seeing a different marriage counselor? And I don't
Oh,
know if they
fuck yeah,
exist,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
do they
100%.
can you find someone that has like a special niche with, dealing with couples with one of them has a disability?
Yeah,
Is there any way you can find someone that understands the needs and how that can change and affect a marriage, a
yeah. Like
partnership?
I would love to find someone like that that has the opportunity to be able to like say, you know what, I am able to see this both ways. I'm very open to that. I've even told Melissa that I'm open to trying again because she asked, and I said yes, I would. But now that's said and done. Okay, so I have my camera on. This chick was a fucking bitch. I don't like saying those words, but holy shit, did she suck?
Not everyone,
Yeah,
not everyone that you're gonna gel with, and
yeah,
everyone, people have different styles. An aside, the first surgeon my mom
right,
and I met, it
right.
did not work out well. The second one, oh my gosh, night and day.
It's weird just being limited to such a small town,
Right, but
but
the beautiful thing is you do have access to the internet and you
yeah,
can do
yeah,
things.
we did do yeah, we were doing telehealth. That's what I was looking for. So I'm
Yeah,
sure I'll be able to find someone. I was just given 4 options to pick from.
yeah.
I was given 4 options to pick from. I didn't look it up. I was just given 4 options. This time, I'm gonna do it. Thanksgiving. Andrea, Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, whoops. Andrea, I love you. Friends, countrymen.
So, And this whole time with this conversation
Yeah.
and therapist, like, get a different one, 100%. If
Yeah.
that person is, I'm ready to change my neurologist. Like, doctors, you know, you gotta find doctors that understand you and understand what you're going through. And if they only understand one side of it, you're never going to get a fair shake.
Andrea,
Um,
chat. You guys have known me. Kim, Louise, you guys know me. Have I ever been scared to fire a fucking doctor? I mean, honestly, what the hell am I thinking? Right? I can find a new one. I'm more than willing to go again. And maybe Melissa could just sit down and find one. Fam, I'm not scared to fire someone. You know? Shit, yeah, Andrea. And that's again, Tina, Louise, you know, that's who I am as a person. Right? I'll find better help. Yeah. And I know that you can't see what I'm holding up in front of my camera, but most of you know like what's going to happen after this session, and that's going to be some treatment for painkillers as well. I kind of let my brain do that. Wait, sorry, I had that cough, but yeah. Andrea, thank you so much for just bringing that up. Like that was a moment for me. Thank you. That was really enlightening. Andrew, would you like to be my couples therapist? Do you take Blue Cross Blue Shield?
I am that's why I've like tried my best to stay out of this conversation, because I would be the worst counselor in the whole world. Like, I am divorced, and every single relationship I have tried to be in has crash landed. And so I'm not the right person to talk to about this. But just because, I will say that just because she brought up the big D word does not mean that that's the final answer. It just means that she's frustrated. She's going through a lot of emotional crap herself right now. She's probably acting, and I could be absolutely wrong, but, you know, there was a funeral recently. There's, you know, she's trying to deal with her own issues around being married to somebody who's disabled. That's got to be tough too, right?
Andrea, I agree with you 100%. Yes.
So all of it, like, it's not necessarily the end. It just means that, you know, y'all need to figure some stuff out. And if you do, that's great. And if you don't, well, you know, you'll figure something out. Where you're going to live, where your animals will be, it's all going to work itself out. It might not work out in the best way possible, but you never know. Sometimes things like this happen and it does turn out to be the best thing possible.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm starting to ramble. But you just don't know. And it sucks to go through it. It sucks really, really bad to go through it. And I absolutely get that. But at the end of it all, it's going to turn out okay. We all love you, and we will all always accept you here.
Thank you. I'm just really glad that she brought it up after like a really shitty therapy session.
It was probably really hard for her to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my guess. I don't know her, but this is hard for her too.
I understand. Absolutely. She's been sleeping in a different bed for a couple weeks now.
Just don't stop the communication with her. Don't let the weirdness of the fact that she said that stop the conversation, you know?
I can't even think about it. I can't even think about it.
So don't.
Because if it happens, I'm gonna have to go to assisted living in a city where I know like 15 people. You know,
You'll meet more people.
in assisted living, yeah, my people.
I think, John, the most important part is instead of flinging yourself into the future, just being in the present moment. You know, living hour by hour, day by day. I
Yeah.
don't want you to go down these holes. I mean, there's stuff that you kind of need to think about a little bit, but it's very easy to get very fixated on what if, and
Yeah, I agree with that. And the picture that you're painting, John, is really I mean, it's very depressing,
It is.
and you're putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be helpless, and you're not helpless.
and I
You
just
can do this. You can do this, you know. I think I agree with Kim. It's just like it's be in the moment right now, and looking in the future, it's not going to look good no matter what you see in the future right now, because I mean, it's you're upset and it's justified, but nothing's going to look good in the future. And also, you're going to be really, really hungover with all these intense emotions right now.
Yeah, I won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, you got a couple more days that you need to really take care of yourself
Yeah.
physically, I think.
Tomorrow, my once a week helper comes over.
Tomorrow, what? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had my microphone a little bit away from my mouth. I apologize. Are
That's
we good
okay.
now?
Yeah, yeah. Go.
Okay.
What did you say?
Every Wednesday, I have a person that comes over, helps with chores, some companionship, stuff like that. And I'm really excited to see him tomorrow because
Yeah,
we're gonna do some stuff. Oh,
yeah,
next Monday they're tearing out the carpet in my living room. So that all has to be packed up. The same with the kitchen. Um, so that's not anxiety. That's not stress. That's just something that's gonna happen. You know. Um, but I can't help but think like, well, what am I gonna do? Is that selfish? No, I'm gonna ask what the hell is gonna happen to me. So I try not to be a pessimist. I really don't. But this is just so much. This is so much to handle.
It's not pessimism, it just happened. Give yourself a little grace
Okay,
to process it.
okay, I can do that. I can do that. Does anyone else have anything to talk about?
I can say something.
Alyssa, go ahead, please.
I'm having surgery on December 15th
On what?
on my breasts.
Okay.
I am having a lumpectomy and not cancerous. It's not cancerous, but it's a sclerosing lesion, and that's lesions already. And then I'm getting a reduction. So that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Good for you, Elisa.
Thank you. I just wanted to change the climate of the meeting.
Kim, we
Hey.
can't hear you, Kim. Try. No, still can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
No, Dan.
Really,
So Kim is going to start doing pantomiming for us.
Oh, I got really good at that at COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim,
Love
they're
the
lying.
analogy, yes.
Kim, they're lying to you. They read your lips.
I don't know who to believe anymore.
I guess there's something I can say. I was reading an article in the multiplesclerosis.net, and it was about, the article was written by Devin Garlett, and it's about paying the MS tax. And he talked about, the next day. So what John is going to feel tomorrow, paying the MS tax when, and the reason, let me back up a little bit. The last session in the evening that I was on, and it was, for me, it's very, very late. It's 10 o'clock at night. And it took me 2 days to get over it. So I think that's why this article, I really connected with it. And I really liked it. It was really well written, and I liked the MS tax that we pay the next day, the day after, and yeah, I just wanted to bring
Louise,
that up.
Louise, I can agree with that doctor or whoever wrote the paper so much. Like I think we all can.
Yeah,
I'm never the day after. I'm always 2 days after, which is weird.
yeah.
Like I get that free day, but then. Louise, do you have a link to that article you could post in the chat maybe later on? Up to you.
It's on. You're asking me to do things that my brain fog
Hold
does.
on.
Well, maybe
How about this?
someone else in the chat can
Yeah.
look it
Yeah,
up for you, give them
yeah,
the
we'll-
information.
Multiplesclerosis.net.
Perfect. Thank you. Can do.
Yeah.
Really like the terminology of an MS tax. I haven't heard of it put that way. But I always talk about having to pay for things. If I want to do something, I have to build in time to recover from it. So yeah, an MS tax absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andrea.
No, go ahead, Louise.
You know what? I don't even know what I was going to say. You go ahead, please. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna change the topic a little bit, but stay on positive news.
Yeah.
I think that in the past few weeks, I've probably mentioned finding tight spaces in my muscles and just pressing on them, especially the muscles in between the rib cages and up around the collarbone and stuff and the rib cages, and it's loosening the muscles on top of my shoulders as well as in my back. And I'm finding other places where I'm able to do the same thing. I'm relieving muscle stress and pain and tightness in my legs by finding these hot spots up in my hips. It's the most bizarre thing. It's like relieving muscles in the front of my chest to help the muscles in my back. But I'm like pushing on hot spots in my hips, and it's releasing muscles all the way down to my toes. And I found a term on the internet called myofascial trigger.
Release. It's
And
myofascial
so
release.
that's it. Yes, Alyssa, that's it. And apparently they're not even teaching doctors about this. So doctors don't know anything about this. And I was talking to my pelvic floor physical therapist who started me out on this entire journey. And I had an appointment with her just before this, which is why I was a few minutes late. And she was like, yeah, they don't. I never learned any of this in school. She learned it from, the group that she works at. And there was a therapist in Raleigh that she, doing, group training or, staying up to date, whatever. But there was a therapist in Raleigh that taught it to her. It wasn't even something that she learned in school. And I'm just dumbfounded that this very free, very easy to do yourself technique that has literally changed my life. Changed my life. My quality of life has improved so dramatically because of the release and of these tight muscles and relieving my pain. And all the doctors want to do is prescribe pharma.
The MFR tends to be something that is more a specialty. So like physical therapists, occupational therapists, pelvic floor therapist, that's their specialty, not a regular doctor.
But even my pelvic floor physical therapist, he didn't learn this in school. They're not teaching this in school.
Well, that's awesome then that she knows how to do it.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'll stay off my medical industrial complex rant.
I understand you're frustrated that more people in the healthcare field don't understand it, but they're not taught. Everyone has their own little slice, so they're not going to know everything. So I understand your frustration that something has been so beneficial that wasn't brought up, and I'm so grateful that you're having amazing results from this and you've taken it on your own. I think that's phenomenal.
I absolutely agree, but my frustration is that they're not teaching it to anybody. The only people that apparently know about this are the people who have figured it out in some roundabout type of way. And the amount of patients that I think that could be helped by this without pharmaceuticals that are causing all sorts of other bad side effects, and they're not teaching this.
Maybe it's you that needs to fill in the gap then.
Right. Yep. With hardly any energy at all. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do what I can. But so sorry, John. This was supposed to be a happy thing.
I got you.
I personally am, like you said, I feel so much better. I have a lot of better to get to, but I feel like now I have the tools to help me get there. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. And John, I was just like you, like at my wit's end. Everything was falling apart. The whole world was going down. I couldn't think of a positive thing for my future ever. And now all of a sudden, I have this tool and I'm starting to feel better. And it's giving me hope again. So just know that around the corner, something good is going to come up. I'm sorry. I'm going to go. Back on you.
I think that's a great point, Andrea, that, self-help is huge to be able to control and be able to monitor versus having everyone has to do this to me. No, I can do it myself, and having the control and being able, I think that's huge. Because I think a lot of times with MS, we feel like we're out of control and don't have control. And having that ability to make a huge impact on ourselves, it's so healing in a multitude of ways.
Perfect.
I've said many
And
times in this group how I don't want to be fixed. I just want to be heard, because deep down, I think we all know what to do, but we need to talk about it in order to get to that knowledge, that wisdom. And, I think that in the pain, that this is my belief, this is what I think, that the pain and the intense emotion, there's a lot of wisdom in that. Yeah, and I think by telling your story, by talking today, it's good. But nobody can tell you what to do. You're the one who has to decide, and I think you can do that. But right now, it might not feel like you can, but like Andrea said, like things are going to work out. That sounds like I'm trying to fix you, right? By saying that, but
Yeah. I don't want to be fixed. I want to be heard.
yeah.
Louise, I'm just assuming that because you're Canadian, that you know how to cross stitch.
Pardon?
I'm not understanding the connection between Canadian and
Because I'm Canadian, I can cross stitch. Is that what you said?
I am not following that one.
I want you to cross stitch that. I want you to cross stitch that on a sampler.
I don't
hang
get it.
on my wall.
I don't get it.
It's nicer than saying, "Hey, Louise, you have gray hair. I bet you know how to do needlepoint."
Oh, John, that's terrible what you're saying.
Yeah, but no. I'm sorry. That's what I meant by Canadian.
Well, I don't. I love being Canadian, yes, but
Yes.
I don't know how to cross stitch. And I like my white hair.
Louise, I'm really sorry. Okay.
No, don't be sorry. We're playing around here. Don't be sorry.
Yeah. But Louise, what you said about I don't want to be helped, I want to be heard.
Yeah.
Brought me to tears.
You don't want to be fixed.
So
you don't want to
real.
be fixed. The word is fixed.
Yeah, I don't want to be fixed.
You just want to be heard. Because you know what to do, John. You will. You might not know now, but just stay with it.
Yeah. So of course I do bring up the movie Crip Camp because the anniversary of the March on Washington just happened. And so that day I put a link to the trailer sent it to a streamer friend of mine, and because of that, 18 people have now watched that movie, so they can understand more about what we've had to go through because we just want to be heard. What's that?
What's the name of the movie?
Crip Camp. It's totally offensive, but it's great.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
John, can you put a link in the chat? I think it's on YouTube for free.
Oh, if you just go on YouTube, just honestly just type Crip Camp and then Obamas, because the Obamas financed and produced it.
Okay.
You will see so much familiarity, Louise, that you want to be like, I want to go to Crip Camp this summer, please. Like around people that get it.
It is so good. I'm going to watch it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it when I saw it.
Yeah. And there's some parts that that I reacted to that I could never react to that way again. Like the woman that got an STD. I laughed and cried so hard at that, but I could never experience that again because I know it's coming. That movie's so great. But I'm glad that I just sent it to a friend of mine, and through her posting it, a bunch of people yeah, we watched that this weekend. I had no idea. So we don't want to be fixed. We want to be heard. You're right. I love that.
Kind of a really weird aside, I decided to rewatch the movie, and I haven't seen it in decades, Forrest Gump, because I was curious how it has aged, since I think came out in 93 or 94. And obviously what we thought was really amazing of him being in old footage, well, there's AI now. But what was really, I guess, hitting to me overall is that this guy, he comes off now, years later, he comes off as more as autistic than, just stupid. You know what I mean? The way he acts, it feels more like somewhere on the autism spectrum, if that makes sense. And it was just kind of interesting because the whole movie, he's always down on his intelligence, but yet he makes profound marks on the world, and he experiences the world in many different ways, and gets all these different awards. I got to meet the president again, and it was just kind of, I didn't know how I was going to react to it, but actually it just came off of this guy that's in theory there's nothing, he's just an ordinary guy, that has some limitations here, but that he goes through life anyway and does really
Supposedly
well.
there's going to be a Forrest Gump 2 coming out.
Is there?
Supposedly.
Okay.
May I just say that Jenna is a terrible person. She's a terrible person of the entire movie. She's the bad guy, not Forrest's disability. Jenny's the bad guy.
And she actually, because I've heard that theory in the past, and when I watched it this time, she did come off as a villain to me, watching it now years later and hearing that. I'm like, yeah, she is kind of, she's not a nice person, she's kind of, but yeah, it was just really, it's fun and interesting to go back to a movie that you haven't seen in decades and see, did this age well? Does not age well? I think last year I did The Fugitive with Harrison Ford that also came out 93.
Yeah.
That movie aged really, really well. That movie, except the younger people will be like, were there that many phone booths back in the day? And you're like, yeah, there was. But that whole story and everything, it aged really, really well, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But some other things you watch, that didn't age well. Wow, that you can watch The Golden Girls, aged very, very well.
Yeah.
Golden Girls, phenomenal, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't realize how ahead of their time they were.
Yeah.
They were just blows your mind. Besides the only thing that's aged in there is the furniture and the fashion, but everything, the hairstyle, everything else.
Oh, we all know that furniture is back in style.
Oh, it's probably back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Kim, some of my friends call me Johnny Gump sometimes.
Oh,
because I just happened to like end up in situations. Like honestly, I ended up working in a zoo for a summer. It just happened. Just kind
that's
of,
fun.
I was offered a job. Like, okay, cool, I'll go work at a zoo, or I will find myself on Comerica Park Field somehow, waiting, because I like to ask things that people don't ask. Because what's the worst thing to say? No, no, sir. We're sorry, you can't go and do this. Okay, whatever. But when you do get let to do something, that's magic.
And that was the whole thing about the movie. Like he just kind of fell into things. Like,
Yes.
oh, and then I got to go to college because you're gonna. Oh, and then I got in the military, and then the guy who wants to open up the shrimp company, and then he ends up. So he never really picks his path. That way, he just kind of goes along, and then it was, and then he talks about, which I totally missed years ago, about he's talking about what his mama said in the and Lieutenant Dan, whether it's destiny or if it's just, you find, it's, you don't know what you're going to get. Life is a bunch of chocolates. Like, is it random or is it destiny? And I didn't pick up that stuff as much decades ago. So it's interesting when you revisit something, whether it's a book or a movie that you saw decades ago, and to see what you remember, what you don't remember, and how it can hit way different. The last time I watched it, I didn't have MS. Seeing Lieutenant Dan in a wheelchair, very different, versus when I saw him back in the 90s or 2000s. So, what'd you have to say, Luis?
I have to go. I'm getting really tired right now. And I just wanted to say, John, all the best to you. And I look forward to hearing from you next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so goodbye, everybody.
Great seeing you,
Goodbye.
Luis. Thank you so much.
See you next
Happy
time.
American Thanksgiving.
Okay. How do I get out? Okay.
So yeah, Kim, I watched something that didn't age very well at all. It was one of Melissa's favorite movies growing up. It's called Cloak and Dagger, and it was a kids movie. Rewatching it, a kid like commits suicide at the end because of the video game Sylvester Stallone or something. Like it's dark. It's dark. But I'm like, I wonder if this movie's aged. I watched one of my favorites. It's beautiful.
Which one's that?
Oh, it's a movie called Explorers. Came out when I was a kid, so it was the mid '80s. Um, you know, uh, Ethan Hunt, Ethan Hawke, River Phoenix, so that kind of era. And the whole movie is they dream about flying a spacecraft. They build it, they fly, they meet aliens, they come home. Melissa's like, there's no conflict in this movie whatsoever. Like, yeah, that's why I like it. There's no conflict. It happens. Bye, Alyssa.
One of the
Good luck
issues
with
I
that.
have.
If I log off though, I'm afraid that I'm gonna log everybody off because I'm an organizer.
I can boot you off if you want, and you don't have to worry about it.
Please boot me off.
Okay, I'm gonna kick Alyssa out because she wants me to. Bye,
Bye,
Alyssa.
guys.
All right. Using my administrative powers there. Just kidding. No, but one thing I've noticed, a thing that's happened like 3 years ago, is I've always been sensitive about violence and suspense, and I am so much worse now. So, like, the only reason I could handle The Fugitive is because I knew exactly what was going to happen. But that was a really intense movie watching it a year ago. I'm like, oh my God. But then I watched it when I was 13, almost, I just turned 14 when it came out in the theater. Fine. Today I'm like, oh my God, I can't. Even Forrest Gump sometimes are a little bit like, woo, well, this is a little too tough for me. So I really struggle watching a lot of, I can't watch a lot of media that people watch because I'm too sensitive now. That's happened to me, and I understand that. So, but yeah, I do much
Also,
better with the older stuff though. But a lot of the new stuff, I can't deal with it.
there is a website that I have to check before suggesting a movie for movie night. It's called doesthedogdie.com. Because if a dog is dying in your movie, I'm not watching that. Oh, well, I won't mind, but like Melissa will be like, no, and I won't want to. So it's just weird. Like honestly, okay, I didn't have to look it up for John Wick, because that's the plot of those 4 movies. Someone kills his dog, you know. But we just had to mute it, and Melissa couldn't know what was going on. But yes, I struggle with like extreme like drama stress,
Yeah.
especially when it's something that can be resolved by like contacting someone or like something like that. Like I get like pucker butt.
Yeah, my husband, like, yeah, you can't watch John Wick. And when he was telling me about the dog scene, like, he was
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
on the verge of tears. He was
Yeah.
almost crying because it was so hard for him. But then he had to show me the part where the police officer checks on John Wick at the house. He's like,
It's
okay, good to take it because it was hilarious. But yeah,
and it ends up being that revenge story through all 4 movies, and it's perfect because what better way to like avenge something like that?
but
You know?
my husband and I did figure out the other day. So this sounds morbid, but but so when my husband was stuck at the nursing home with his dad. His dad was dying, and he stayed there all night. And his dad passed early that morning. His dad's roommate had the TV on blast, and so he was stuck listening to these Hallmark movies on
Oh,
repeat. So he didn't have to like listen to the story once. No, it was like 3 times because over the night. And so I'm like, hey, what were those movies? Because his dad's birthday's this week, and the next week will be his anniversary when he died. And he's like, oh yeah, this one's the blah blah blah. And then I have to look up. So I said, let's watch them because it's been 8 years since your dad passed. Let's watch them.
wow.
And I'm just like, and he's like, oh yeah, this one is in Alaska. I'm like, great. So I can totally bash on how non-Alaskan it is because I lived in Alaska for a year. Who didn't know?
Okay, nice.
And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, okay, as long as you're cool with me just totally verbally bashing like how this is why this isn't Alaska and this is Alaska. And he's like, yeah. So we're on this weird, crazy date night here soon, probably later this week, where
Yeah.
we're gonna watch a romance movie that will drive us in bonkers, both of us insane. But I can handle it because it's not scary or suspenseful. Anyway, enough
I
about me.
I I am a sucker for scary movies. I love horror movies. Honestly, I lived a block away from a second run movie theater growing up. And my dad would just send me there because my mom was getting her bachelor's. And so, like, for instance, I saw Robocop in the movie theater when I was 7. Robocop is not a movie for 7-year-olds. But you know what? I loved it. And during like, school days, like, think about it and like all that stuff. But yeah,
I'm gonna send you, John, an
yeah,
SNL skit. It's based on a romance like Hallmark story, but it has a
yeah,
weird twist to it.
nice.
I think it'll make you laugh.
Melissa watched like a Hallmark movie every night, like for December, like a couple of years ago. But it was when I would stay up later at night, so I'd be like gaming or doing whatever. But I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Okay.
Samantha came to the big city to visit her parents. The door guy at their hotel is, and then the plot.
Okay, I found it, John.
Yeah, send it over.
After you're done watching this, let me know
Okay,
what you think. I think it'll give you a good laugh.
good.
Anything else anyone want to talk about before we go? I know
I
you
just want to
haven't
say,
been here, Tina, in a while.
I just want to say,
We're all over today. We're
yeah.
touching everything. So, Andrea,
Thank you.
anything else you want to talk about? John, how are you feeling after joining us
I
today?
am feeling honestly a bit better,
Yay.
a little
Yeah,
more clear-headed.
that's
It
good.
felt really nice just to type everything out first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very thankful for all of you.
Good.
Every
Good.
person I've met here is a fucking gem. You know?
Yeah, that's what I always say about MS. Like people always talk
Yeah.
about negatives. Like, what's the benefits? It's like, all these people I would have never met if I
Yeah.
didn't have MS. Whether they
Yeah.
have MS or not, they would never cross my path.
Yeah.
So,
That's it. Thank you, everyone.
well, thank you. We are going to meet again because I always remind people on the thing, but I forgot to look it up. Okay, so we meet in
It'll be December 9th.
2 weeks. Thank you. December 9th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you need anything, reach out. And you guys take
Oh.
care. And yes.
Wait, so then we'll meet on the 23rd.
Probably, yeah, 23rd. That's in the afternoon.
Yeah, Christmas Adam.
Yeah. I understood what you meant when you said that.
I know it's not Christmas Eve, but Adam always.
In the chat, under 45 group is meeting on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Wednesday tomorrow because the Thanksgiving. So that thank you, Andrea. So let me go up to Rick's message here. Scrolling. Oh, nope. Scroll too far.
Thank you.
Unscrolling.
Okay, I can't find the message now, guys. I can't. Does anyone know what the time starts tomorrow for the MS? I obviously I'm having issues today reading what's okay, here it is. Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night is the under 45 MS group. I found it, guys. Okay.
Well done.
I can still do things every once in a while, but it was great seeing everyone. Your lovely faces. It's great talking to you. Reach out if you need anything. I hope you have a great holiday and hope to see you in 2 weeks, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.